days at the stick. From who's got it better than us to brick by brick. It's always the 49ers way, from off-season to game day. Yeah, we talk back. It's the 49ers Cutback.
It's 49ers Cutback Podcast time. Welcome to the show. Time to talk about Isaiah Oliver and how I think he's a perfect fit for the 49ers at nickel. Yeah, that's it. I said perfect fit. I'm not going to get all into it as why I believe Isaiah Oliver is exactly what the doctor ordered for the San Francisco 49ers defense and how they've come to getting a certain type of player at the position. The San Francisco 49ers have had success with nickels through the Kyle Shanahan and John Lynch regime, mainly because of K'Wan Williams. The Shark was fantastic. He was the typical nickel cornerback. He was short. He was quick in short areas, and he played really tough against the run. Of course, he gave up a lot of size, but what he made up for it with was tenacity. He was able to get after the quarterback with blitzes. He was fantastic at it, in fact. Shark was what the 49ers ultimately needed in Robert Saleh's defense and D'Amico Ryan's defense. Now, what the league has gone through, just in the time the 49ers had K'Wan Williams until now, is a little bit of a shift. So what teams started doing, and this is a lot led by Kyle Shanahan, was getting teams into a nickel situation. By getting teams into a nickel, they take a linebacker off the field and they put on a nickel cornerback. So K'Wan Williams would play. But the numbers have gone up. Now, base 4-3 linebackers, Sam linebackers in most schemes play about 20 to 22% of the time. On some teams, even lower than that, maybe 17, depending on what division you're in. So the value of a nickel corner being on the field almost 70% of the time has definitely risen. With that, some schematic changes. So what teams started doing, Kyle Shanahan included, was put a big slot wide receiver out there. Juwan Jennings. Putting Juwan Jennings in the slot gave advantages to the offense in the run game. So what they would do was get a bigger wide receiver to block the smaller nickel. That was a lot better than having to worry about tight end against linebacker, where the matchup seemed better for the defense. Spreading them out, getting them in space, and then getting this bigger physical wide receiver created more run lanes and made it easier to attack the defense. So the 49ers have progressively changed a little bit. Last year was probably the one you saw the most. Sam Womack is the prototypical nickel corner, and that's where the 49ers started. I think the thought process was he could step in there and make those plays. However, when it came to run fits, he struggled. He struggled to get up in the hole in the right positions and then secure those tackles. Whenever that starts happening, teams start taking advantage of you. They get Azeez Al-Shire off the field, and they make you come in with Sam Womack and then run at you. I think that was evident early on in the season. That's why the 49ers made the change. And they ended up going another way with Deommodore Lenoir. Lenoir, of course, more stout, a little bit better against the run, a better tackler, and he was able to step in, but not for long. Once Emmanuel Mosley got injured, Deommodore Lenoir slid out. The natural progression would have been, right, go back to Sam Womack. But no, you can't, because you needed someone to stop the run, or teams will just run all over you when you're in your nickel. Insert Jimmy Ward, a former safety, a bigger, more physical guy who can stop the run and then play physical at the point of attack when you need him in the passing game. He was the perfect scenario, right? A guy with somewhat of corner skills who also was able to play safety and understood run fits at a high level. Insert Isaiah Oliver this year. He makes so much sense and is a perfect fit because, like Jimmy Ward, he's big. He's over 6 foot. He's over 200 pounds. And he's really good at run fits. But also, he's even better than Jimmy Ward in coverage. This guy was drafted out of Colorado to be an outside corner. He has moved inside over the last couple seasons with some success. But this is the type of player the league is going to have to go to. The days of having a smaller nickel corner might be going away. Now, of course, with that change will be another change. They'll start putting more smaller Wes Welker type wide receivers out there again and making it tough on these nickel corners to cover, unless they're like Isaiah Oliver, where they have outside corner legit skills. You see the 49ers doing this in their draft as well. Yeah, Sam Womack's got the length to play outside. He's a good prospect if he can improve in his run fits. Darrell Luter Jr., another guy, big, physical, good at tackling, but can play inside and out. This is that transition you're seeing. Teams are going to start transitioning that direction to be able to stop the run. And Isaiah Oliver is the fit the 49ers were looking for. He's one of the better guys against stopping the run in the entire league. And it's backed up by some of his stats. Listen to this. Nickel cornerbacks double as linebackers and cover in certain situations. Oliver had the best season in run defense in 2022, grading out to an 81.5 PFF ranking. That's in over 800 snaps. That's better than he did in 2020. So in 2022, he was better than he was in 2020. 81 rank is one of the best in the league. So the 49ers now have 3 of the better tackling corners in the entire league. That's why it was so important to get Isaiah Oliver. He's also not going to get pushed around if they decide to put in a power slot. We're going to see that competition pick up at training camp here pretty soon. He'll be going against Jawan Jennings, and I guarantee sparks are going to fly with this one. That's going to be an on-fire matchup. I'm excited to see the physicality of Jawan Jennings, not only trying to catch the football and getting bodied by Isaiah Oliver, but also in the run game. Can Isaiah Oliver shed the block, make tackles? Can he get into the right places and be able to make these run fits? One thing he has struggled a little bit since coming back from his ACL especially has been with tackling. But he knows what his role is. He's going to get coached up by Coach Sorensen, the nickel coach. He's going to coach him in the right direction. But also, he's going to do something he's very good at. He's going to blitz the quarterback. That's one of the reasons he's a perfect fit. He's an excellent blitzer, and that's something Steve Wilks likes to do. He likes to bring nickel corners off the edge and create a situation where he's unblocked and he can get home. Oliver has the speed. He has the instincts. He has the ability to make plays in the backfield. Oliver is the perfect fit because he also likes to get his hands on the football. I like this signing so much. Once you start hearing what coaches are saying about what his fit is going to be, you realize he really is a perfect fit for this 49ers defense. Does it mean he's going to go out there and play all pro caliber football? No. But early receipts are he looks pretty good. And I think that's going to be continue to be heard. Because when it comes down to it, teams want to put the 49ers in nickel. And if the 49ers are stout against the run, that's going to make it very difficult for teams to be able to get it done. Making it hard on first and second down, even when you're in the nickel, is the name of the game. Third and long is how you win football games in this league. You can force teams to consistently have third and longs. Not only can you get off the field with stops, but you can force a team to make turnovers, which are game-changing situations. Isaiah Oliver's size and length also make it so he can match up with tight ends if needed when they go to the slot. Not all nickel corners can do that. The other thing that Isaiah Oliver can do is he can cover the slot fade. That became a problem for K'Wan Williams down the stretch and was a problem for Jimmy Ward as well. But Oliver's pretty good at doing that. The fluid movement in his hips allows him to flip those hips and run with opposing players. He puts his hand right on their hip and he just runs right with them like he's in their hip pocket. He's got the right amount of physicality coupled with the right amount of skill and technique. I think he's a very solid fit, and I think because he's a fit, Steve Wilks wanted him with this 49ers defense. Wilks seen him play for Atlanta while he was coaching in Carolina. He understands the intelligence that Isaiah Oliver plays with. He's very instinctive. He understands the offensive looks. He knows where he's supposed to be, and he's there. Knowing your role and being able to execute it is entirely the name of the game, and Isaiah Oliver does that. That's why he fits this system, and he's going to fit in really nice with the players around. Yalmer Lenore, Tarvarius Ward, and Isaiah Oliver have the versatility to play inside and out. You want a matchup of Tarvarius Ward on someone in the slot? Oliver can slide right outside and have that versatility happen. You want Isaiah Oliver to drop off and pick up Deommodore Lenoir's man because you have a cat blitz coming and Lenoir's coming off the corner? No problem. Oliver gives you a lot of versatility and flexibility, even more than what you had with Jimmy Ward. That is the key to why he fits this system. You throw in the fact that his PFF grade is what it is against the run, and it just means he's the complete nickel corner the 49ers were looking for. They still have plenty of talented corners on this team, including Sam Womack and Darrell Luter Jr., that can probably make an impact in the slot. But I don't think they're going to do it this year. Probably not next year either. I think he's here to stay. I'll say Isaiah Oliver signed a 2-year deal, and I think he's going to play both years for the 49ers defense, and I think they're going to be very excited about it. But just because you don't have a third linebacker on the field doesn't mean you don't have a third player accounting for that hole in run fits. And Oliver can do it. I'm curious exactly how Steve Wilks uses him in this 49ers defense. How many times will he be blitzed? And how many times will he be left on an island to be able to go out there and work? Not easy to play nickel corner in this league. When you're on the outside, you have a boundary for your help. You can use the sideline to your advantage. When you play in the slot, you can't. Why a lot of nickel corners were small and fast, because they could go either direction and run with these guys. Change of direction was more important than height. As you get taller, it's harder to change direction that fast. But the name of the game has changed. It's about running the football when you're a nickel now and taking advantage of the key matchups that you can get, including big body guys on nickel corners. That's why Oliver fits. That's why the 49ers went and got him, and that's why I'm excited about his potential playing for this San Francisco 49ers defense. Let me know what you think about Isaiah Oliver and his fit. Do you think he's a perfect fit? Or would you have rather went with Sam Womack or another player on the 49ers defense? Let me know in the comment section down below. Also, like the video, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. On the way to 4K, really pushing for it. Thank you everyone that's been subscribing. It means a lot. But players like this get me excited about the upcoming season. I saw the success Jimmy Ward had with a pass rush behind or in front of him. He was able to get his hand on the football. I hope Isaiah Oliver can have the same success, and I hope he can play to that 81 grade he had in PFF in run fits. If that's the case, the 49ers are going to be very successful in nickel. And then offenses might be thinking about how they can get Isaiah Oliver off the field and get Oren Burks on the field in our base 4-3 set. But it's all about matchups, and the 49ers have found a way to match up against the new wave of defense, or new wave of offense. Thank you guys so much for watching the episode. I'll catch you guys on the next one. Until then, stay safe, and remember the right way is always the 49ers way.